Hello folks, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another awesome video. It is Monday, January 4th, 2016. It is the first Raw of 2016. 2015 was a hit and miss kind of year, had some high points, a lot of low points, but this year, this is a new year. New Raw. So, how do we start this new year? Got the notes. Let's get started. First, we open with Steph, whose interest is interrupted by Roman Reigns. We are at the point where Roman Reigns gives no fucks about anything or anyone and will just kick anyone's ass who gets in his way. He decides to call out Vince McMahon. Vince isn't here yet, and Steph says that when Roman loses his title, she won't fire him, she'll just use him up. You can use me up anytime, Steph. But anyway, Roman says in very short and succinct fashion that if anyone tries to screw him over for his title, Steph won't be picking her father up at the jail. She'll be picking him up at the hospital. This was a very, very solid promo for Roman. It wasn't too long and it wasn't too over the top or cheesy. It was short, sweet, to the point. This is what I've been wanting from Roman Reigns. It's him developing. He doesn't need to talk. He's already developed this gimmick of him just not giving a fuck anymore and just doing whatever he wants, and damn the consequences. Anyone gets in his way, he'll beat the shit out of them. The McMahons hold no power over him. And this promo accentuates that. It is short and simple. No weird catchphrases or trying to be funny. It's just Roman saying, I'll fuck you up. As simple as he can. I liked it. First match, Kevin Owens, or should I say Kevin Steen versus Neville with Dean Ambrose on comms. This was a great opening matchup. Contrary to their last encounter last week, which ended in less than a minute, this one was a high-impact, high-intensity bout. And Neville is more vicious than he has ever been. I've said it before. I said it on Twitter. This wasn't Kevin Owens. I didn't see Kevin Owens, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Kevin Owens pulls out the win by beating the shit out of Neville, and then proceeds to beat the shit out of him outside the ring, which draws the attention and ire of Titty Master. Titty Master attacks him, lays him out on the table, and gives a diving elbow to him. Things have changed for the Intercontinental title division. You see, out there, I didn't see Kevin Owens, Neville, and Dean Ambrose. I saw Kevin Steen, Pac, and Jon Moxley. I like those guys. Next up, Titus versus Stardust. This was a okay match. Probably the weakest match on the card. Well, the weakest full match on the card. They've been building up this rivalry for quite a couple of weeks now. But I just wasn't feeling this match. Titus wins. It is okay for what it is. Next up, Divas match. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Just a friendly little matchup. And this was a very, very good matchup. A very good way for the Divas to start off the new year. Very nice little chain wrestling. Got some mat work going. These two have worked well in the ring together. Few botches and a few missed opportunities in the match, but nothing to take away from it. My only concern was the involvement of Ric Flair. Charlotte does not need Ric Flair to get over. She has not used Ric Flair to get over when she was NXT Women's Champion. She got over on being that damn good in the ring. Rick, you're wasted here. Just go away. But surprisingly, despite shenanigans, Becky Lynch picks up the win and earns her the beatdown from Charlotte. Charlotte has now embraced the Flair side of the Force. Woo! Next up, Ryback versus Big Show. Like I said before, I would have said this might have been the weakest match of the card if it wasn't ended in FUBAR, because thankfully the Wyatts came out and beat the shit out of both the Big Show and Ryback, signaling their dominance for the Royal Rumble matchup. Next up, tag team match, representing the League of Nations, Rusev and Alberto Del Rio versus the Uso brothers. This was a very good tag team match. I'm glad that they're actually still keeping the League of Nations around because they're starting to cement themselves as a solid group. We need one of these like this. I've always liked this group since they started running together months and months ago, way before they were known as the League of Nations. I call them the European Union, but there's that. But I like this group. It's a very good group, and they really needed this win, which they got. Very hard-fought win, very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Next up, New Day come out. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to hear all of their promo because I cut a video on some big news that happened today. I'll leave an annotation in the description. I'll leave an annotation or in the description somewhere in the video. You'll see it pop up either before or after this. But anyway, and out comes Chris Jericho. So yeah, after this we segue. Well, Chris Jericho cuts a great promo, as always. And we go to our next match, the New Day versus Kalisto and the Dudley Boyz. Now Sin Cara would be out there, but he suffered a dislocated shoulder from last week. He took a very nasty fall, but still completed the match anyway. So anyway, this was a very high-intense, high-paced matchup. The Dudleys and Kalisto work well together. Of course, the New Day are a magnificent heel group, and they pulled off the win. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. And finally, the main event. Roman Reigns defends his World Heavyweight title against Sheamus, and with a special guest referee, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Tonight, Roman, you're not the law. I'm the law. That's right. It's Judge Vince McMahon, street judge for Mega City 1. Anyway, surprisingly, I like this match. Probably this is one of my favorite Sheamus Roman Reigns matchup ever. It was very well done, and you know Vince was going to do some shenanigans, which way you expect. But I can't help it. Vince makes this match better than it really should have been because he's just Vincent Kennedy McMahon, damn it. Slow counts, getting crap in his eye, looking away when Sheamus uses cheating tactics, and it's just awesome. And then Roman just decides, you know what, fuck it, I don't give a fuck anymore, and just lays out Vince with a Superman punch before doing the same to Sheamus. Then Steph comes out. Then she realizes that Roman Reigns gives no shits anymore. He has no chill, and then prepares to spear her father when Sheamus comes out, does a double bro kick, pins him. And out comes that rat bastard Scott Armstrong. Weren't you fired, you rat bastard? Anyway, Roman kicks out. Sheamus is upset. He tells that rat bastard Scott Armstrong to pick up to pick up Roman. Sheamus hits him in the face with a bro kick. Well, hits that rat bastard Scott Armstrong. Then he makes him eat a spear. Another referee comes out. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains. Now what happens next makes me very excited. Vince says, after knocking out that referee who counted to 3, says, well, you won the match. But the next time you'll defend your title will be at the Royal Rumble. So it's 1 against all, huh? Well, how about this? You'll be defending your title against 29 others in the Royal Rumble. That's right. For the first time in over 20 years, a world title will be contested, for the first time in 20 years, a Royal Rumble match will be for the World Heavyweight title. The last time this happened was in 92 or 93, I believe, and the winner of that Royal Rumble was Ric Flair. I think that was his first real match in WWE. I can't remember. I have to look at the specifics. But yeah, this is big. Now, before, the Royal Rumble was pretty much whoever wins gets a title shot at WrestleMania against the champion, whoever it may be. But now, the Royal Rumble feels more important because now it's for the big belt. And this is good on a lot of things because not only does it make it feel more urgent and more more important than before. But if Roman Reigns retains this, I'm not saying he is, not saying he isn't, but if he retains and he's somehow able to survive this ordeal, this would go all the more way to solidifying him as a champion because, yeah, like I said, there's only been one ever Royal Rumble where the match itself was for the title, and that was for the vacant title. This one, it's Roman Reigns defending against 29 other people, all of whom who are extremely, extremely hungry for that belt. So yeah, this actually makes me look forward to the Royal Rumble more than I really should. I really can't predict what's going to happen next. So, that was Raw. My thoughts? You started off on a very good note, WWE. This was a very good Raw. Oh, and I completely missed one. I missed a match. Dolph Ziggler versus Heath Mr. Miller Slater. And apparently Mr. Slater has joined forces with Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel. And surprisingly enough, he wins. That's right, Heath Slater beat a former two-time world champion on Raw on live television. Wow. And they apparently call themselves the social outcasts, but I prefer my own term for them, the Jobberwockies. Hashtag Jobberwockies. I want to make that a thing. But yeah, like I said, this was a good way to start off Raw. I saw a lot of great matches. We saw a great Divas match. The Intercontinental title picture is looking very important. The main event was entertaining as hell. The revelations about the upcoming Royal Rumble match itself, and the progression of several storylines. This makes me hopeful for this year for the WWE. And given the other bit of news that dropped that might or might not be true, I'm holding off on it until I get some confirmation. This might be a banner year for the WWE if they get all their ducks in a row. But anyway, that's my review. If you like what you see, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about that wrestling? Hit me below. I'll get back to you. Support the channel is easy. Patreon is in the description. Tip jar is up in the corner. And also, if you want to hit, you can follow me at Twitter. Captain Luffy. Link is in the description. So until next time, it's been shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good night. And Roman Reigns, I am the law. Ah!